Welcome back, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. Those on Facebook Live, welcome back to the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. This is Fred Arnold, and I'm with Terry Bixler. Terry is with New World Dance.
Yes, sir.
Helps people dance, get the groove on.
Yes.
Love that. You know, dance brings out happiness in people, doesn't it? It brings out joy. It brings out love. It brings out so much.
I've been happy for 37 years, so I'm going to agree with you.
So you must be dancing for 37 years, right?
37 years.
How'd you get started? How did you love starting to dance?
That is a loaded question, man. It was accidental. Everything I fall into is accidental. It's kind of weird. My girlfriend at the time went to the prom with somebody else because I was literally afraid to make a fool of myself on the dance floor.
Prom? I got some stories about dances in high school. Wow. Okay.
And then 2 years later, I was getting paid to dance.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was weird. I just stumbled into a nightclub, saw popping, which is a street dance, and I was like, I need to learn that. Mm-hmm. At the time, I was a professional skateboarder, so it was a weird transition, but it was literally...
Well, when you're athletic...
Yeah.
You know, you're athletic and outgoing. Yeah. So you're a professional skateboarder. Wow.
Yeah, for about 4 years.
Yeah. No, your face looks okay. Your arms, you look good.
I had my injuries. Unfortunately, I didn't mess up the face too much.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I know messing up the face in cycling accidents. So let's jump on to you're here in Santa Clarita Valley, last 17 years. Tell me about hip hop, jazz, contemporary.
Well, dance is kind of at an all-time high, and it's been there for the last 5 or 6 years. And it's because of all these dance movies and TV shows that have been coming out about dance. And for the first time in a long time, dance is back at the forefront. Back in the 40s and 50s, dance films were directed by choreographers. So they made it look the way it was supposed to. Then, you move forward into the video generation and you've got directors doing all these crazy cuts and stuff, and it's hard for kids to learn what we're doing from that, Fred Astaire was big on don't cut away. I want them to see exactly what I'm doing. He wanted them to see how amazing he was, and he was that amazing, So then all of a sudden it was like, okay, yeah, we've got dancers, but, you have to have a Janet Jackson or a Michael or a Madonna or somebody in front of you. Well, again, going back the last 6-7 years, it's like... It's put us back in the front now. We've got all these shows that don't rely on anybody except dance. Dancing with the Stars helped, but then you've got So You Think You Can Dance, America's Best Dance Crew. These are straight up dance shows.
And you got some amazing individuals. I'll just tell you right now, Michael Jackson, never saw him in concert. One of the most amazing talents when it comes to dance.
Incredibly influential in the direction of dance.
And people being excited about it.
Yeah.
Thriller.
Yes.
Every year.
Absolutely.
Halloween comes out, people start doing the Thriller, whatever that is, right? They do that dance,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So your influence was dance. It was early on. So you must have been able to get, excuse me, but a lot of girls, once you learned how to dance, didn't you? Because we went back to you being so shy.
Yeah, it's funny because street dancing back in the day was not taught in studios. I started dancing Christmas of '79. So throughout '80, I started, to really figure out what I was doing. And so I started working in a dance group called the LA City Rockers. And we got into every nightclub we went to for free because we were performing all over the place. But we were truly about the craft. It wasn't about the nightclub scene. That's just happened to be where it was happening. But we spent most of our time rehearsing in, one of our partners' rec rooms in the reflection of a sliding glass door at night so we could see our, because we didn't have a studio back then. 87 hits and you start to see hip hop and some street stuff being taught in studios. And then through the 90s, it becomes the norm, but there were still studios that didn't have it. When I opened New World Dance here, in 98, 99, we were so far ahead of the game with our approach to contemporary and hip-hop. And we also called the fuse of these two dances. I called it like 10 years ago, and it took about 4 years longer to get there, but there's a massive fuse between hip-hop and contemporary happening right now, and it's what we now call urban.
So is it kind of morphed and almost gone back maybe a little bit when you take the hip hop and then you take some other dance?
That's a great question. I know where you're going with that, and
I'm probably describing it poorly, but
no, you're nailing it because actually dance is full of throwbacks. It always reaches back and grabs things so it can
for
move forward.
inspiration. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you look at some of the people in the past, some of that comes back. He's a lot of songs come back, right, with different versions and different. So, dance studios. Tell me about the studio. We only have a few more minutes. Tell us about the studio.
Well, we've been there for about 17 years. It's been a studio since the building was built, I believe, in like '83, and it became Lodgesell School of Performing Arts. Then it became New World Dance when I came in, and so for the last 17 years, we've been teaching dance. Over the last 5 or 6, 7 years, we've had an influx of studios because when something gets popular, now there's the good side and the bad side to that, which is, just because you were taught how to dance doesn't mean you can go teach how to dance. That, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of really good studios out here. Santa Clarita is very fortunate that way.
It is the arts.
Yes, absolutely. And we're good there. But at the same time, when a parent is looking to put their child in dance, you want to look for it's an education. You want to make sure you're getting into something credible because you don't know what your kid can do.
Right.
Yeah,
and it's something they'll take with them forever.
Absolutely.
It's about bringing the joy of movement, bringing the joy of being together.
Correct.
The intimacy of it. Even
friendships, lasting friendships with these kids.
Absolutely. Now I have about 4 months to get ready for my niece's wedding.
There you go.
To be ready, so I better start learning the moves, huh?
Get a little duet going.
Exactly.
A little hip hop, little throw it down.
Love that.
Show these kids what's up.
Exactly. Those that want to reach out to you, how can they get you, Terry?
We are, they can go to our website, which is newworlddance.biz. Or you can. We're easy to find. We're on Soledad Canyon between Whites and Sierra,
right by where the Grand Slams are. Right
there,
where
Denny's parking lot. Yes.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Appreciate it,
ladies and gentlemen. Terry Bixler from New World Dance. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. This show is Fred Arnold on AM 1220 KHTS.